Hey everybody, welcome to Peak Psychology. Today, we're diving into the captivating world of introverts, the unsung heroes of society. You might think quiet people are mysterious, but guess what? They're also bursting with intriguing facts and hidden superpowers that'll leave you astonished. What makes them tick, and how do they thrive in a world that often celebrates the extroverted? Well, we've got all the answers you've been searching for. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so that we may continue to provide you with useful psychology advice. Okay, let's go right into the video. Introverts possess a rare quality that gives them an edge: inner peace. This remarkable ability to express oneself internally while maintaining a calm demeanor is unparalleled in potential and provides valuable benefits in many areas of life. It's no surprise that introverts reap its rewards more than anyone else. Sadly, this unique trait comes at a price. Quiet individuals often face misunderstandings as they reflect on things far deeper than others, which gives them incredible levels of creativity and intuition towards their environment. Qualities that lead to misinterpretations, such as being perceived as bashful or distant at times. However, appearances are deceiving. Introverted individuals enjoy socializing too. Nonetheless, before engaging actively in interactions or activities, they take time to observe those around them thoughtfully. Number 1, they pay closer attention to their environment. Observation is a defining trait of introverted individuals. Their preference for quieter environments allows them to indulge their intense curiosity for detail-seeking without overstimulation drowning out their thought processes. Quiet people are adept at picking up on subtle cues in situations and responding appropriately, an invaluable skill in most social interactions. Inward-focused thinking is another characteristic of introverts. They tend not to be overly distracted by external stimuli such as music or noisy crowds engaged with other sensory inputs. Instead, they concentrate more on internal introspection and rely on what's happening within themselves than on outside phenomena. Number 2, they have a greater creative capacity. You might be surprised to learn that shy people tend to possess more creativity than their extroverted counterparts. This is born out of numerous studies. Introverts are often the creative types, such as musicians, writers, and artists. This can be attributed to their tendency toward contemplation before speaking or writing. Their understanding of the world runs deep due to their commitment to observation and knowledge synthesis. Instead of participating in social events or discussions, they choose to delve into the environment surrounding them. Their approach to learning allows them to glean insightful perspectives and enrich their understanding of the world. Those who don't indulge in idle chit-chat and prefer to keep their own company often possess an exceptional knack for finding innovative solutions, as well as cultivating creative ideas. Rather than partake in banal conversations about politics or current events, which can be tiresome and draining to talk about, they would much rather spend their time engaging in something else. This makes it difficult for them to focus and participate actively in talks. 3, quiet people are better listeners. The most fundamental component of a conversation is attentive listening. More introverted people tend to excel at truly hearing what the other person has to say, actively responding and fostering meaningful connections between them. Not only can they sense the emotions in the room, but they can also listen intently while gleaning important information that helps guide their response, something that sets them apart from others in social gatherings. The ability to listen is a trait that many quiet people possess and proves beneficial in various scenarios. Due to their empathetic nature, they are far more likely than others to absorb the story of someone else with the utmost attention. So if you need advice on a difficult issue or help with something complicated, turning to those who show an inclination for peace and solitude can be highly beneficial. Additionally, even when sharing your struggles, it's worthwhile to find somebody who listens intently, without passing judgment or voicing an opinion too early on in the conversation. Quite often, these types of individuals exhibit less vocal behavior. Number 4, they would rather have conversations with a single person than with large groups of people. They prefer conversing with an individual rather than a sizable gathering of people. It should come as no surprise that quiet individuals despise small talk. They are less concerned with maintaining their position in a group and more concerned with participating meaningfully in the current conversation. Consequently, they might encounter difficulties getting along with individuals who exclusively talk about themselves or their specific interests. Conversations between two people, rather than in large groups of people, are typically more appealing to more reserved people. They tend to avoid being the center of attention and may struggle to connect with individuals who only want to discuss their interests. People with introverted personality traits often feel more at ease in smaller groups and oftentimes struggle to take charge or lead. On the other hand, they are phenomenal listeners who think carefully before speaking, which can make for invigorating conversations between two people who are both fond of listening as much as conversing. 5, they will not tolerate disrespect. Even if someone is shy, that doesn't mean they'll put up with being mistreated. Extroverts may mistakenly believe they can dominate an introvert. Introverts won't stand for disrespect and bad treatment, just like anyone else. Those who are quietly confident in their worth and values don't feel the need to verbalize themselves constantly. Instead, those individuals will only speak when necessary. Never underestimate such people for not speaking incessantly. Being social creatures, it is only natural to find more reserved people intriguing. To help them reach their fullest potential, comprehending these truths and allowing quiet people the space they need is essential. These measures will further enhance their chances of success. 6. They are without ego. As a quiet person, you can use the time saved from avoiding conversations and responding to external stimuli for mindful reflection. Introspection improves self-awareness and awareness of others. Because they know themselves better, quiet people can better understand who they are. Quiet people have heightened self-awareness, which allows them to identify emotional triggers and grasp the underlying causes of their difficulties. This way, they are able to conquer and resist their egoistic impulses more effectively than others. As such, these introverted individuals tend to be better equipped to handle difficult situations due to having fewer ego-affecting decisions, thus allowing for clearer heads during stressful moments. Number 7, their words have meaning. Whenever a quiet person speaks, listen. They rarely express their thoughts. They do not share everything like the majority of people. Any information that a quiet person feels compelled to offer on their initiative is likely to be significant. Their words genuinely mean something, and each phrase has the potential to be powerful in the right context. And what is the simplest way to upset a quiet person? Ignore them while they speak, and even criticize them because of what they say. This is the simplest way to upset a quiet person, by instructing them to talk less frequently than they currently do. 8. It's not like they constantly want to be heard. People's silence can stem from many sources. One individual may be inordinately quiet and timid, while another could just have a preference for peacefulness over open conflict. This does not necessarily mean that they lack confidence or suffer from a condition like social anxiety disorder. At times, it can be extremely irritating to urge your friend about something you are passionate about, regardless if they typically tend towards shyness or simply require some solitude. Convincing someone who is already resistant to your idea can be tricky. Either they don't agree with your values or they think you are mistaken on the issue that created this conflict. Fortunately, there are solutions. If all else fails, it's always possible to debate until one side gives in. But ideally, things will turn out for the best and no such extreme measures will be necessary. Number 9. Introverts tend to possess superior memory compared to extroverts. People regarded as introverted tend to remember things better than more outgoing people. This is because they take time to process information, frequently resulting in creative solutions and ways of effectively memorizing things. As their ability to analyze intensifies, details become much clearer for them, allowing them to think about matters on a far deeper level compared with their outspoken counterparts. Those who are more introverted often take a few moments to contemplate the effects and consequences of their words before speaking or acting. This is why they tend to have better recall skills, since they remember details from conversations or experiences with greater accuracy than most people. Aside from being adept at interpreting information deeply, those who are not vocal also possess an unparalleled ability to stay focused on tasks for longer durations compared to others. Quiet people typically have an advantage when it comes to concentration because they are less affected by outside signals. They can better block out distracting noise in conversations. As a result of this heightened concentration level, quiet individuals often remember details with greater accuracy and retain information for longer durations. 10. Quiet people tend to understand others better. Quiet people frequently possess the powerful gifts of empathy and understanding, which allow them to comprehend another person's feelings. This quality is often based on their capability to observe intently and listen without prejudice or preconceptions. As a result, these individuals can develop deep relationships with others by engaging thoughtfully in meaningful conversations. Quiet people possess a special ability to comprehend and appreciate the words of others, thereby creating meaningful connections. Despite not having gone through similar experiences themselves, they possess a remarkable capability to empathize with someone's pain. Thanks to their ability to see and interpret emotions, quiet people can be sources of comfort for those around them. Their keen observation skills are especially useful in discerning the moods of a room and quickly noticing when someone is feeling sad or overwhelmed. These individuals often make an effort to provide a comforting atmosphere for those around them with words of encouragement and assistance. Moreover, they possess wisdom beyond their introverted demeanors. Using logical thinking combined with creative solutions, These same people regularly offer sound advice that benefits any situation at hand. More introverted individuals often possess a profound comprehension of their emotions. This allows them to understand the individuals around them on a far deeper level. They possess high intelligence and have the ability to perceive issues or discern when someone requires assistance. Thus, their innate empathy fosters non-judgmental support for others, an invaluable trait to aspire to.